back, everybody. It's the third hour of the Black Friday Supercard. And I'm not kidding when I say we've saved the most intense 3 matches of the night for this final hour tonight.
And 2 of the 3 are championship matches. Pretty intense ones.
And we begin hour 3 with a non-title contest, but it's the rekindling of a long-standing grudge between the living legend Larry Zbyszko and the Game, Triple H.
Okay, now stay with me. This thing with Zbyszko and Triple H goes all the way back to June 18th, 1994, when Triple H, then wrestling as John Paul Levesque, challenged Larry Zbyszko for the World Championship Wrestling television title. The match ended in controversy. Zbyszko was not happy, and so here we are again.
The next match is set for one fall with a 15-minute time limit. Making his way down to the ring from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, weighing 238 pounds, the living legend, Larry Zbyszko.
A grudge going back over 30 years, Myron, that is insane. Why did you even entertain the thought?
Because it's a supercard, and we needed something, we're ramping it up. We're pulling out all the stops, ain't we? So, what the hell? Larry Zbyszko and Triple H today? Gonna be as great a battle as it was in 1994, even if there is no television title on the line here.
Well, that match did end in controversy. However, Larry Zbyszko retained the WCW television title, although it was under a cloud of tremendous controversy with Triple H being disqualified at the end of it. Well, I guess we'll find out now which one of these two is going to pick up the win here tonight some 30 years later.
I got to admit, I looked at Larry for a full 10 seconds without saying a single word. I couldn't believe it. But then I said, well, it's Black Friday. Let's do it.
And his opponent from Greenwich, Connecticut, weighing 260 pounds, the Game, Triple H.
30 plus years is a very long time to hold a grudge over one single television title match, but apparently Larry Zbyszko, who claims to have retired Bruno Sammartino and Nick Bockwinkel, is perhaps thinking he can take out the Game. But nonetheless, Triple H, an icon unto himself, is going to present a very difficult challenge to Larry Zbyszko, just as much as he did then.
This is about the longest delay between 2 matches I've ever heard of, 41 years. Sounds to me like Larry Zbyszko woke up on the wrong side of the psychiatrist's couch before asking for this one. I can't even imagine the Game's reaction to that. But you can't say we don't deliver the goods here at our WL. It's a generational battle of the old guard, represented by Zbyszko and the Game, one of the men who helped define the Attitude Era, one of the most exciting periods in pro wrestling history.
It's definitely a little bit nuts, but it's definitely a worthy match to start off the third and final hour of tonight's Supercard. I won't bet on the possible outcome here, but I'm sure this match is gonna get some attention from the fans.
That's exactly what I was thinking, GB. I mean, how can you go wrong? 2 all-time greats like Zbyszko and Triple H? That's Supercard worthy in my book.
It's gonna be very, very one-sided. You could hear the fan reaction here in Austin to the Game's arrival. And Triple H don't make too many appearances here in RWL, so it's something special every time he does. But oh boy, Larry Zbyszko, he's up against it big time here tonight.
You're not wrong, Tex. Listen to this crowd reaction to Triple H. It's absolutely, you can hardly hear yourself thinking here.
Well, they say an elephant never forgets, and, well, I guess Larry Zbyszko might be part elephant. To re-escalate this feud, Walt Rothburn rings the bell. Here we go. Kick to the midsection from Larry Zbyszko. Gets a hold of Triple H, tries for the suplex, but the Game counters with a shove in the midsection, slams Larry Zbyszko down with one arm. Rounds him back up. Zbyszko catches a neck breaker from the Game. Triple H Sits him up and starts trying to twist his head off. Working on the head and neck of Larry Zbyszko. Slams his head down to the canvas. Follows that up with a stomp to the midsection. Zbyszko rounded up by the game. Tries for the backbreaker, but Zbyszko, quick with the counter, gets a hold of Triple H, gets a hold of the trunk snap suplex from Larry Zbyszko. A stomp to the back of Triple H, and right away into a blatant choke. Larry Zbyszko not going to play this particular game fairly, never does. Zbyszko drops an elbow right on the dome of Triple H. Sits the game up. Zbyszko getting ready to do some showing off, catches a punch in the face from the game. That was not a wise move from Larry Zbyszko. Triple H whips Zbyszko to the far right corner, countered by Larry Zbyszko with an elbow up over the shoulders in a fireman's carry. The game counters DDT to Larry Zbyszko. Triple H starts unloading with right hands to the head, follows that up with a stomp to the midsection. Quickly going for a cover here, one, but just a one. Zbyszko powers out, gets back up on his feet. The game with a hard overhand right. Misses with the shot to the midsection, but a headlock takedown. And Larry Zbyszko back in trouble again. Triple H in control of things right now. Zbyszko being set up by the game here. Winds up the arm, winds up the other arm. Oh man, Triple H torquing both arms on Larry Zbyszko. Zbyszko back up to a standing position. Steps out of the ring for Yep, Larry Zbyszko a little bit frustrated right now. A quick jab to Triple H on the outside. The game counters another DDT. Head first into the floor goes the living legend. Triple H with a kick to the midsection and a clothesline takes Zbyszko down. The referee is already counting. A driving knee into the head of Zbyszko. The game rounds him up, another high-rising knee to the head of Zbyszko. Triple H countered. Larry gets him back inside the ring. And here comes Larry Zbyszko. Misses with the stomp, but connects with a clothesline that takes the game down to the canvas. Larry's gouging the face of the game. Zbyszko with a drop kick. Takes the game down to the canvas. Triple H counters. Quickly back up on his feet. Larry Zbyszko using the ropes to get to a standing position. Triple H still in control of things right now. Whoa, well, I spoke too soon. Over the top rope and out onto the floor goes the game. Triple H counters Zbyszko, dragging screw on the outside. Triple H makes his way back inside the ring. Zbyszko gets a hold of the ankle and yanks him and hangs him up off the top rope. Triple H momentarily stunned. Zbyszko up into a fireman's carry. Oh, man, driving knee into the midsection of Triple H. Larry Zbyszko trying to turn things around here. And what in the hell is this? Oh, he's doing a little bit of Val Venus here, a little bit of showing off, a little bit of showboating to the game. Set of hard lefts to the head of Triple H. Larry Zbyszko gathers up the game. Swing and a miss. And an elbow. And another. Swing and a miss from Triple H again. A rebound off the ropes and a spine buster from Larry Zbyszko. Triple H makes it to the corner. Quickly evades Zbyszko. Misses with the rising knee. Zbyszko misses with the swing. Into the corner goes Larry Zbyszko. Zbyszko counters. Triple H gets a hold of him. Another DDT. Head first into the canvas goes Larry Zbyszko. Triple H still dominant so far. Larry Zbyszko gets caught up. Oh, look at this. A leg lock. Stretching the legs, the knees, the tendons, the everything on Larry Zbyszko. A stomp from Triple H. An elbow from Zbyszko. Zbyszko countered by the game. There's a shot to the midsection. Zbyszko counters with a left. A chop across the chest of Triple H. Up over the shoulder, but again the game counters. An inverted DDT to Zbyszko. The game covers one. Not even a one. Larry Zbyszko powering out. Triple H rounded up. Here we go. A quick counter from Larry Zbyszko into a dragon screw. Zbyszko drags the game towards center ring. A stomp to the midsection. Oh man, the living legend busted up pretty good so far. Triple H counters with an elbow. Another takedown of Larry Zbyszko, who rolls to the outside. Triple H still firmly in control of things. As he rolls to the outside to join Zbyszko out there, there's a forearm. Larry Zbyszko rolls back inside the ring by Triple H, who slides back in himself. Zbyszko with a belly-to-belly suplex on the game. Zbyszko countered a shoulder tackle from Triple H. Triple H rounds him up. Zbyszko counters again, another shot to the midsection. The game up against the ropes, and a clothesline takes him over the top rope and out onto the floor. Zbyszko rebounds off the rope. Whoa! Over the top rope. Human missile. Takes the game down on the outside. Referee Walt Rothburn counting the game. Zbyszko restarts the count. Going back outside again after Triple H slams him into the barricade. Oh, man. Zbyszko trying to get a rally going here. Larry Zbyszko caught by Triple H into a back body drop. A gouge of the face from the game to Zbyszko. Oof, man, double arm suplex from Triple H. A stomp to the back of the head of Larry Zbyszko. Triple H gonna do it again, winds up both arms and yanking for all he is worth. Zbyszko finds his way out of the hole, gets back to a standing position. Triple H up over the shoulder again. That fireman's carry is not working for Larry Zbyszko. Triple H counters him one more time. Another elbow to the back of the head of Zbyszko. Triple H rolls him back inside the ring. Uh-oh, look at this. Out on the apron, slam. Face first into the apron by the game. Oh, man. Larry Zbyszko laid out near the corner. There's a stomp to the midsection from Triple H. A stomp to the arm. Triple H rounds him up. Zbyszko counters with a kick to the midsection. Steps outside again. He is definitely frustrated. He is not making any headway against Triple H here so far. The game has him up. Long vertical suplex on the outside to Larry Zbyszko. Again, the referee counting. Triple H rounds him up. Zbyszko quickly counters, shoves the game away. Triple H counters with an arm drag. The game winds up the arm. Zbyszko counters with a shot to the face of the game. The game counters with an elbow to the leg of Zbyszko. A knee to the midsection. Zbyszko with a kick to the gut. An elbow from Triple H. The game makes his way back inside. Inverted Russian leg sweep. Triple H slammed face first into the canvas by Zbyszko. Zbyszko gets countered by the game on arm snap. The game winds up the arm again, but Zbyszko counters with a forearm. A kick puts Triple H up against the ropes. Zbyszko whips him to the opposing side, and an elbow takes him down the canvas. Huh. Wow, this one's crazy. Zbyszko whips the game towards the ropes. A nice high hip toss from Larry Zbyszko, who's starting to look a little bit fatigued and is bleeding like a stuck pig. Huh. Zbyszko slams Triple H face first into the canvas, rallying him to get back up, but the game, for the first time, looking like he's in trouble. Zbyszko goes for a cover. 1, 2. A near fall. The game kicking out of the pin before the count of 3. Zbyszko can't believe it. Larry Zbyszko catches a gouge to the face. The game with a kick to the midsection, and he's setting it up. There's the pedigree, and Larry Zbyszko is laid out. Triple H covers, hooks the leg. 1, 2, 3, and what an intense ride that was. Triple H defeats Larry Zbyszko by pinfall.
The time was 9 minutes and 43 seconds, and your winner, Triple H.
Every so often we hear the phrase, be careful what you wish for. And apparently that is a lesson Larry Zbyszko just learned the hard way. Triple H, battered, bleeding, and bruised, but nonetheless picking up the pinfall victory over the self-professed living legend in this matchup. And when we return, the Joyce Grable Memorial title being defended by Liberty Belle Danielle Heathcote against Toni Storm in just a moment.